slow down either offense. Hickory got the ball first. Red Tornadoes handed off to Isaiah Lackey, and he got the party started in a big way. He was a main character in this drama tonight. The run right here sets up Brady Stober to Jamian Little. And I don't know what the defender was thinking there, but that's a touchdown, Hickory 7-0. Hickory with the ball again. They go to Deshaun Medley, and he is going to break it right down the middle of the field. A nice gain here, and that would set up a field goal and a 10-0 lead for the Hickory Red Tornadoes. But Dudley, this is a pretty good football team, too. Short touchdown run by Jaden Brown. It's 10-7. Second quarter, Hickory trying to punt, and that's a high snap, and Dudley's going to recover this one in the end zone. They take a 14-10 lead. Now, Hickory facing third and long, and they go to Lackey, and Lackey put on a show tonight, folks. He had a leg injury, but played through it and was running hard. How hard? No one wanted to tackle him on this play. One was like, oh, let me make a business decision and go at his leg. That run right there was set up. Tyler Johnson on the touchdown right here. Nice jump cut in the hole to get to the end zone. 17-14 Hickory right before the half. Hickory expands that lead. Brady Stober to Deshaun Medley. Touchdown, 23-14 Red Tornadoes at the half. Third quarter, Dudley comes right back. They score on the short touchdown run here. It's 23-21. Hickory with the ball now. They go with the muddle huddle. And Isaiah Lackey, man, how is he wide open in the back of the end zone? That's a touchdown, 29-21. Dudley with a short touchdown right here from Andrew Admore. The two-point conversion ties it at 29. Now Hickory is going to retake the lead here coming up in a few minutes. Tyler Johnson on a big third down right here keeps the drive going. And let's head to the fourth quarter. Same drive. I guess give you one guess. Mr. Lackey, touchdown. Dudley would take, they would score two touchdowns to take the lead late, and this is the game-winning touchdown right here. Jamian Little gets it in. Hickory would hold on for the 42-41 victory. It took that game-winning drive right there for Hickory to win this game tonight. It was an outstanding ball game. Wow. I was listening to it on the app, and it was back and forth. And Dudley took a late lead with about 5 minutes to go. And Hickory got the ball back, drove it right down the field, and it was close in the end, but they put together that drive when they needed it, and Little scores that game-winning touchdown. And just like I said, Lackey was hurt. And it was a Greensboro radio call, and it was like, the guy was like, I hate to say it, but they need to hit him low because he's just running out there. You got to hit him low. That's the only way you're going to get him. They had problems with Isaiah Lackey tonight. Yeah. And the big man, he was perfect for tonight, folks. Yeah. It's wet. It's raining. They were still throwing the ball pretty well, but when you got a big back like that, and they had to tackle that guy, and they really hadn't faced that all season long because they boat raced everybody all season long. And Hickory, and what I said last, they kept it. It was a close game. It was a close. Make them play. Make them have to win this game. Yeah. Dudley had to win this game tonight, and they couldn't because Hickory kept the pressure on them all night. They had the lead early, and Lackey, I think he took it out of them because they had to tackle that big guy all night long.
He's the second coming of Mike Tolbert. I'll tell you what, big
bowling ball.
Big boy running backs are probably my favorite breed of football player. Yeah. And Isaiah Lackey is about as good as I've seen at the high school level. I mean, he's probably going to play like nose tackle at the next level. Let's be honest. He belongs on the defensive line, but that big body is able to he picks him up and puts him down. You got to hit him. You can try to hit him wherever you want to. You can hit him low. You can hit him high. It's not really going to matter. We saw that one play where he just bowled through everybody. It's fantastic. But I mean, you talk about Brady Stober at quarterback, Jamian Little receiver. They've got playmakers on offense. It's a team that, like you said, maybe hadn't been tested that much. So you got to think they felt pretty good taking that 23-14 lead into halftime. And then Dudley came right up, punched him in the mouth in the second half. So that's obviously winning the game is important, but they also won the mental battle, I think, of overcoming that shock in the second half, which you've got to think it's going to be a little bit more evenly matched when they get to the state championship game. So that kind of mental adversity, I think, is gonna really resonate in practice this week.
Dudley, I'm telling you folks, man, this Dudley team was good. Let me tell you, the Dudley defense was only giving up 10 points per game, and they gave up a lot of points last week to Crest that kind of boosted it. But they were single digits all season long. Yeah. They had 5 guys on defense that had at least 20 tackles for loss. 5. Not just one, a couple, 5 guys. They had
loss.
50 sacks this season as a team.
Sheesh.
So the defense was outstanding, and Hickory still put 42 points on the board on them tonight. So this Hickory team is rolling, and I just want to say congratulations to Coach Joe Glass.
Yep.
I've been covering Coach Glass a long time. I think I first did a story with him and one of his teams out at Patton years ago. So he's Patton. Then he went to Robinson, had great success at Robinson. Then he went to Lincoln. Didn't work out so well. He just stayed there for 2 years. Then he jumped over to Hickory, and he's revived that program. That's a great program out there. But he's got them back to where they were back in the 90s.
I was going to say, first state championship appearance since '96 when they won it.
Yes.
You got to think there's a lot of people still in Hickory that were on that team and are gonna. I mean, the whole community's got to be so excited right now for this Red Tornadoes team. I mean, what a season. I remember the first time and really only time I've been able to see them in person was when they were game of the week, way far back against East Lincoln. And I remember the story of that game was us thinking, oh, maybe East Lincoln just doesn't have it this year. Maybe they've taken a step back. I think looking back, that game was really the first introduction to Hickory saying, hey, we're going to be contenders this year. This is a game that proves we can hang with the best in the state, and we're going to be around late in the playoffs.
I'll say this. It's almost like Hickory was, like East Lincoln was. Hickory now had to prove, nobody was really paying attention to Hickory. Just like last year, we were talking about everybody was talking about Kings Mountain and Crest and all those other the good 3A teams, and nobody really kind of just paid attention to East Lincoln. And East Lincoln just took care of their business. Yeah. It's kind of ironic because these two teams are in the same conference. So, everybody was like, who's Hickory? We're going to find out. Okay, they played East Lincoln, beat East Lincoln. They played Statesville, beat Statesville. And they just keep rolling. They just keep going, and it's just like, oh, they in the state title game? Hickory? So, yes, they were 6-5 last year, 15-0. So, great job by the Hickory Red Tornadoes to get to the state championship game and kind of giving some stuff away because I'm going to talk about them again in a few minutes. But so let me stop right there. Time to take our final break here on the final FFN of 2020.